Good. No. Hello, you guys. It's right now. It is 3:44 in the morning. I'm going to be doing my. Don't ask questions, please, as to why I'm doing this at this time of the night. But yeah. um. What was I gonna say? I'm going to be cleansing off my face first, and then what I'm gonna do is wash it and then do my skincare. I thought, you know what? It's December. I want to partake in Vlogmas, and you know what? I need to do it because I need to get my creative juices flowing again. You guys, I've been going through it, honestly. I've been going through it. I've been trying to keep afloat, and I'm like, now is the time for me to start taking action of my life and just start. Like, I've been letting myself, wallow in self-pity for a very long time now, and it's time to wake up and smell the air, because it's like I need to. Am I being loud? Maybe. I need to really yeah, I need to get myself together, and I feel like Vlogmas and vlogging that my next few weeks, this whole December, I guess, and as the days come, because I've actually got some exciting stuff happening in December, and it will be such a great way to end off the year and start a new year and I'm so excited because, first of all, you know what, I have so much content that I need to get out before the year ends, because I don't want to have these videos and stuff that I need to post before the year ends, because yeah, so I need to get on it. I've started small. So yeah, like I was saying, I've started trying to post my stuff, but I'm not doing a good job, and so I need to post those the content that I already have from my Madrid trip. Hello, my flipping GLS concert. I still haven't edited that, so these things I need to post before the year ends, because I don't want to have them going into next year. Next year I want to start off on a clean slate and canvas. So yeah, I'm going to just, what's the word? What am I gonna do? I'm going to use December as my month to really just get myself together. At the end of the year, I need to end the year off on a banger, and I need to end the year off feeling like myself. These past few months, I have not been feeling like myself at all, and I've just been really just down in the dumps, and I'm like, it's time for me to get out of that. And the longer I wallow in this self-pity, I'm not doing anything, nothing has been done, when I can be doing so much more. So that's what I'm gonna use December to do, and I'm gonna be vlogging every single day, hopefully. And what I'm going to be doing is making sure I'm editing my stuff and I'm putting things out. I've become so lazy with editing and putting out my content, so I need to start that. And then as I'm putting it out, I'll be vlogging it. And then I also want to do my end of year wrap up. I'm gagging. And this end of year wrap up is just gonna be, so as I'm doing Vlogmas, I will also be just taking you guys through my year, because so many things have happened, and I've traveled a lot. and I'm just so glad, because when I started this year off, I was like, that was one of the things that I wanted to do, and I set a goal for myself of like 6 countries or like 6 places to like fly out and just not be in the UK. So far I think I've done Morocco, France, Malaga, Amsterdam, Madrid. So I've done 5. I've done 5 and my goal was 6. So I've done pretty well. I've done pretty well. And who knows, maybe I might hit 6 by the end of the year. Who knows? Anyways, yeah, so that's the plan. So I'm excited to just start pumping out content and just like getting on my grind. And also, another thing is I need to get back on my weight loss things. Like I've fallen off, but December I'm going to be hitting the gym. I'm going to be going on my walks. When I started this whole weight loss journey, I was so heavy on my walks and hitting my 10k steps, like rain, snow, sleet, hail. I was getting my steps and I was walking, I was on it. And so when I started not caring, that's when like I've seen, yeah. So I'm going to really get on it, and so I'm gonna be doing 20 steps now. So I'm gonna be trying to do my fitness as well. So I'm talking early morning gym sessions, eating right. I might even throw in a little Pilates class. Who knows? So actually, let me not get ahead of myself. I've got a lot of things to do, and I'm actually really broke. So I really do want to do Pilates. Anyways, I'm going off. But yeah, that's kind of like the plan going forward. It's currently the 7th of December, so yeah, I'm excited because I actually haven't hit my goal weight yet, and I have a lot of work still to do. So yeah, I don't know. I fell off bad. Like I've been telling you, like I've been in a really bad rut, and so everything was declining. But starting today, actually, I'm going to be very, very serious about my diet and my gymming and just getting my steps in and just making sure like I'm losing weight and looking good. Because when you actually feel good, you look good. And when you look good, you radiate more. And that's literally what I want for December. So yeah. Anyways, I'm going to wash my face, brush my teeth, and then I'm gonna give you guys a story time. Because you know what? Why not kick off Vlogmas with a story time? So that's what I'm gonna do. This story, yeah. Okay, cool. So I'm guessing this is gonna be a long video, but I actually don't care. I'm just going to do what I need to do. Anyways, it's fine. This story. This is a story of how your girl got played. How she got played and how she got her heart broken. Yeah. I feel like this thing that happened in my life, to me, it was such a big event. And the whole context of the story, which, you know what, I'm actually gonna go into detail. Because this, looking back, like it affected me so much. Like it's affected me to this day, kind of thing. So yeah, let me go wash up my face and then get back, and then I'll get into the skincare and the story. And yeah. We are starting this story off in, okay, cool. So I need to give you guys like context and like, the lore, because the lore is actually really important to the story. And the lore of it all. Am I alright? 4 a.m. What am I talking about? Okay, cool. So, should I think of a name? Should I think of a name for this person? I feel like, for the sake of the story, actually, it's not needed. If I need to make a name, I'll make a name. Okay, cool. I actually don't want to tell this story, but I feel like it's a huge part of who I am. Like, you know when they say something changed your brain chemistry? This is the event in my life that changed my brain chemistry. Because, yeah, anyways, cool. So setting the story up now, it starts in the summer of year 10. So when I was in year 10, so I would have been 15, no, 14. Yeah, 14. And 14 turned 15 because you turned 15 in, yeah. Okay, cool. I need to know what age are you in year 10? 15, 16? Okay, cool, 15, 16. Yeah, 16, 17 is college. 17, 18. 2 years, and then 18 uni. Yeah, cool. So I was 15. And I don't even know how we met, because it's actually kind of just, you know how like back in the day when you just used to add anybody on Snapchat, literally. And so we were literally Snapchat friends, like we were literally just little pen pals. And it was like, oh, like nothing is gonna come out of this, so we're just friends, you know, like we're just kind of talking. And it just started off as like, you know, and then a lot, not like a lot of things happened, but we just, like, I remember that summer, like that summer of year 10, like literally I remember we spoke literally like every day. And like I didn't know him, like, you know, we didn't know each other. And then yeah, literally I remember that summer because it was the summer that, like, summer was 2017. My parents had gone to Togo with Rich, and it was just me and my siblings at the house. And like that was the summer of year 10, and then the starting school year would have been in year 11. So yeah, that summer was a fun summer. And so met my little pen pal, and then like, yeah, cool. The fact that I'm saying pen pal, but that's literally what it was. And then we just spoke loads, and then like kept on speaking throughout that year, just as just friends, just yeah. And then year 11 ends. I used to tell my friends, like, on my days, like, yeah, I've got this friend. And they were like, where do you know him from? They're asking questions, you know. I'm like, oh, I don't know him. It's just like from Snap, and like we just talk, and like we will FaceTime sometimes. And then my friend made, like, you know, on Snapchat. You know, Snapchat Monday, if I can find it. Let me try and find it. Oh, guys, I did the worst thing I could possibly ever do in life. Like, my photos mean the most to me. Like, my photos are my memories. And literally earlier this year, I already buy storage. Like, at this point, I already bought, like, I buy extra storage to hold all my stuff. But then, like, for some reason, my storage just fell. This was like May, June June-ish times. Now this is happening to me. Oh my days, I can't find it. It's not here. I'm actually going. It would have been on Snap. Another thing. Ah, actually, the story gets on. Anyway, it's fine. I can't find it. What was I even gonna find? What was I gonna find? Oh, the thing that my friend made. My friend made like a little meme, not even a meme, on Snap, where he put like a FaceTime, and then in the FaceTime square box, it was, you know, like a grayed out user. Yeah. And then put a question mark, like, just, oh, this is what you're going through. Like, you're just talking to a stranger, and then, like, anyways, whatever. As the years wore on, we're just talking, and then I'm in college now. And college, I went to sixth form. Bro, these two I say college, it's sixth form, but college. These 2 college years, yeah, so many things happened. Literally, so many things happened during these 2 college years. Like that, those deserve their own little stories in. But whatever. College rules by now. We're still talking. When it was there was this, but you know what, at these times I was, let's just say, like, at this point, like, I was like, okay, cool. I was attached. I was very, very attached. Like, I was very, very attached. And I'd be like, bro, I don't know this on you. But at this point, like, we were actually close. And so then, cool, whatever, college, these 2 years have passed now. We're still kicking it. I'm giving you guys like the surface level of these things, just because a lot of things happen in between. But cool. So age is important, because he's a year older than me. So when I was in year 11, he was first year college. So yeah, I do college. I ended up doing 2 years, and he did like 3 years in college. So by the time like uni was rolling around, like, we were going uni at the same time. So okay, cool. I forgot to tell you where he was from, because it's important. It's important. Anyways. Okay, cool. So he is, let's just say he's from Birmingham. So obviously I knew this when we started like being friends and just talking. So I knew that he was from Birmingham. Like, let's just say Birmingham, because yeah, we'll just say Birmingham. And so obviously uni time starts rolling around, and we're looking and applying for unis, and like my first, like, I was like, I'm going to Birmingham. Obviously it wasn't because of that, it wasn't because of him, because I wanted to like go away from uni anyway. And so regardless, it would have always been Birmingham. But then the thing is, at the start, he was supposed to come to Mali for uni. So I was like, okay, cool. Like, it's not like we're not going to be in the same city anyway, so it's fine. Like, that was me trying to convince myself, like, I wasn't going Brum for him, because in my head at this point he's coming to Manchester, so it's like, oh, okay, cool. And then so I spent that, it was summer of COVID. Oh my days, this summer I turned 18, bro. This was such a weird summer, because it was after COVID, lockdown was getting lifted, I got in trouble. I said 18. No, guys, the story times I could give you. Anyway, so that summer was a lot, and obviously this summer, like, we're talking, and and then yeah, the summer ends. I'm now like it's time to pack up for uni. It's time to head to uni. And I am doing, like, I'm packing, I'm buying stuff, I am just getting ready to move out. And then the day comes, it was in September. Like, I remember I moved in early. I remember I moved in early September, even though uni started like later on, because I just wanted to settle in. When this settled in, that day, guys, that driving to Birmingham day, that day, like, I'll never forget it. I had all my stuff in the back of the car, and we're driving, it's fine. And we get to Bro, we get into the city centre. Lo and behold, my dad is lost. He's lost us, and he doesn't want to admit it. But at this point, we're in some queue for a vaccination. And I'm like, Dad, it's the wrong way. And then now he starts slashing out at me. He's like, oh, this your place. Where is it? I'm thinking, bro, you've clearly missed this. Like, you've clearly missed a turn. But this does not mean you can lash out. Like, and you know what's funny? Earlier during the day, I was actually sad. Like, I was feeling really, really sad. But by the end of that drive in, all I kept thinking was, thank you. Like, thank you for dropping me off. All the sadness has been zapped away from my body, and I'm just ready for you guys to call it quits. Like, deuce out, because my dad just sucked the sadness out of the situation. Oh, anyways, cool. I'm in Brum now. Like, mind you, I'm in my head, he's preparing to move to Manny. And then a couple days into me settling in, and I'm already in Brum, so I'm already like, it's coming out to sea, you know. He then tells me like, oh, he's actually not like thinking like, he's not going to uni Manny, and like, he's going to staying in Rome, like going to uni in Rome. And funnily enough, like the same uni I was going to. And so I was like okay, cool, we'd love to see it. And then no, I'm laughing because this story actually makes me laugh. Anyways, I'm giving you guys the tea. Anyways, cool. So obviously we're in the same city. The topic of like meeting up is obviously going to happen. So I was bracing myself for it. I was getting ready. And then on my waist, I wish I had my pictures. I wish I had pictures, because I wish I had my old like snap, and like I didn't delete all of my pictures from like uni time, because they had like everything was documented, like literally. And I used to do these video diaries. Every time something would happen, because I'm like, I feel like I'm going a bit crazy right now, but I wish I had them, because they literally documented everything. Anyways, it's fine, I can still recall. Okay, cool. At this point, early September, we are just found out it's gonna be Birmingham, so I'm like, okay, cool. We don't really say much about it. We just kind of like, you know, I feel like I'm now, things in my head are like, okay, cool, we're in the same city. Okay, cool. And I would like to say that like at this point, I was very attached and very fond of him and the friendship that we had, because honestly, the friendship was top tier. And then yeah, somewhere down the line in September, we end up planning a little link up for the first time. And I literally remember this night like it was yesterday. I had my little curly hair. I was wearing a white hoodie and my leggings. These leggings, yeah, literally, like, I'm gonna show you the leggings that it was, because these leggings, I'm gonna find them, because these leggings I used to rinse the flip out of these leggings. Like I used to love them so much. Okay, cool. So this, it was a crisp September night, and I remember, like, I literally remember too vivid. Like it's just one of those things. And then met for the first time that night, and we just, and obviously, like, before going into it, I was like it's not going to be like different, because it's like we talked and we were good friends at that point for such a long time, that like I didn't think anything was going to be off, like in terms of the vibe. There was no doubt in my mind that the vibes were going to be, yeah, they were going to be there. And yeah, we met. We just hung out in his car. I'm really good. Oh my knees, I forgot to put my eye cream on. We're gonna put it on. Yeah. So we just hung out in this car. We just talked, you know. 1 second. I'm gonna get my. Okay. I've been using an eyebrow serum to grow my eyebrows, because guys, I have no eyebrow, and so this, I don't know if it's just like the placebo effect, but I feel like it's been working. Like I actually have something there, so I'm obviously going to just carry on, because yeah, I'm trying to grow my brows. Anyways, where was I? This is going to be a very freaking long story on my days. Wow. We'll see how it goes. Anyways, yeah, so at this point so met. It was, the vibes were vibing, like the vibes vibing, and it was just straight laughs, you know. It was easy. And it was like, okay, you know, okay, cool. So then after that first link up, I'm laughing because obviously I'm aware that, like, in this situation, or the way I'm remembering things, it may have, like, I feel like, and I've always felt like this, that like the whole situation in my head was deeper than, like, was not actually that deep. But that's just me minimizing, like, my own feelings, to kind of like say, okay, like the situation was not that deep. But to me at the time, it really was, because like I really like felt it. Anyways, before we get to my point, what was I? Yeah, so we're now in the same city, where like I'm cautious of that, he's cautious of that, and we're just talking, and we talk, like, the date from the first link up to the next link up is quite far, but during that time we're talking, we are just like, guys, with this, we spoke every single day. Like we spoke every single day, we speak every single day. And like, it was one of those ones where, you know what, I don't know where my spatula lip, like my lip applicator is, and it's like, where could it be? It has to be somewhere in this space. Like, I don't know, like, I don't know how I've lost it. I remember the last time I actually used it, I just don't know where it is. Anyways, it's making this a real inconvenience for me, because I want to use this lip gloss, but I don't actually want to use my hand. You know, I have to use my hand because, hello, I don't have the applicator. Anyways, yeah, so I'm trying to think of dates, because dates matter. Dates really matter. Okay, cool. So the first link up was in September, October, November, December. I think the next link up wasn't until like December. And yeah, the vibes were good. The vibes were good. And then didn't see him until the new year. And I feel like I didn't see him until like April, because I remember I started working at this nightclub, like this bar, just like as service, as like thingy. It was like a cocktail waitress, but it was a club. But because we were shifting from lockdown, they had like garden parties, like day parties, so I would work there. That was rough as well, I'm not gonna lie. But anyways, that was happening, and then at this point, things are happening. You know, like I'm catching feelings like rapid. Like if I didn't have if I wasn't catching feelings before, like at this point, like I fully I'm like, okay, cool. But, and the thing is, things keep happening and things keep being said, but then I'm like, the vibe is just, you know. But I'm like, at this point, I'm trying to keep cool, because I'm like, this is just like a crush, and I'm not going to lie, I felt like it was bound to happen. And I was like, okay, cool. At this point, I'm not doing anything about it. I'm not saying anything. I'm not going to be confessing to anything, because to me, it's like a little crush. And like I said, felt like it was bound to happen. And at this point, I was like, I don't want to say anything, because I don't want anything to change in terms of the friendship, because it meant a lot to me than being like the Lulu at this point, because things were being said that weren't making sense. So I was like, you know what, okay, cool, I'm just gonna keep my mouth shut. And then I said, timeline of this is very important. This is in like April now, and the next month is my birthday. So I'm like, okay, cool. Oh my days, this birthday period, yeah, oh my days, I loved so much. I was turning 19. I was, you know, fresh at uni, so I did like red hair. I did red hair, and like I was feeling the vibe. Like I was feeling this 19th birthday, and I just knew things were happening, things were changing. And then yeah, I had that I had that moment, and then a week after my birthday, we had like a link up, and yeah. Cool, so things happen, and then in this link up, I end up, mind you, this is like May at this point. I end up just, you know, circumstances led to me having to kind of like confess. But to me, it wasn't like a confession of, okay, cool, I'm trying to get together. I'm like, no, this is just something that I feel, that I've been feeling, and but I don't want anything to come out of it. I was even like, don't think me telling you is me like trying to start something, because I don't. I'm just letting you know, because like in the situation, I felt like that's how yeah, cool. So then I was like, okay, cool. He was like, okay, cool. How did you get here? And I'm like, you know what, I feel like this question is a bit silly, because what do you mean, how did I get here? You know how I got here. But he was like, oh, like I don't see you like that, but I get why you would feel these things. And then he was like, yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I felt like it was bound to happen. And I was like, okay, cool. But in this moment, I actually felt a bit lighter. I was like, okay, cool. And I didn't feel like rejected. That's one thing I would tell you. I did not feel rejected, because again, you're saying something, but like, you know, it's clearly something different to what you're saying. And I know I'm not crazy. Like, I know, like, I am not a crazy person, and it's something that like I pride myself in not being a delulu, because I'm actually not. I like to think I'm a very analytical person and self-aware person. So yeah, that was that. And then, like I said, oh, anyways, whatever. Those little extra details don't really matter, but it was cute at the time. He got me a little present. I remember, actually, anyways, cool. Yeah, that was that. And then, oh my days, I remember. Wait, yeah, that was after. Again, I need my phone. I feel like these things I might have in my thingy. Because dates, like I said, dates actually really matter. Like, the dates of all of this matters, and like the timeline was timelining. Why is it not like, hello? Why is nothing loading? This is just, I'm not gonna show anything. Actually, yeah. Actually, no, I'm not. I'm not gonna show anything. Was this before? This was. I hope I have it. Okay, yeah. 2011. Yeah. This is uni. Feb. May. No, this is flipping second year. This is after everything had already happened. Okay, I need to go back. Okay, cool. I found the day. I haven't got the. Oh. I flip. Oh my days. Let me show you the red hair phase. It's giving a lot of filler, but not even filler, filter. But this was cute. This is my little 19th birthday look. And my nails, let me show you my nails. And my nails used to be so long. Could you see that? Cute. Yeah, this was my actual birthday look. Let me show you guys. This was my birthday look. And I feel like I'm so mad that like I don't have like the full pictures and the full videos, because that was a time in itself. Anyways, yeah, and then like this was my pic. Like I had posted this on Insta for the longest time. I think I archived it, but I loved this picture. Anyways, yeah, it was after that. Yeah, like I said. Ah, okay, cool. Okay, cool. The date's a date now. So, yeah, a week after my birthday, me and my friend, like, because I remember this day, like, this day is a very pivotal point in the timeline. This day, me and my friend went to bottomless brunch, and we had like we were drinking, and I remember after that whole day, because I remember what I was wearing as well. This was on the dates are important. This was on the 13th of May, so at this one a week after my birthday. So It's actually 4:30. I can't believe I'm so happy. I can't believe this story is actually this long. Like, guys, I'm sorry, but the timeline is important. We're literally 30 minutes in, and I haven't even. Anyways, yeah. So at this point, it was this day. I went to my husband, and then after the day, like it was actually just like a quick thing, and then during the night, not even during the night, during the I remember this. Oh, I had videos, man. Anyways, I'm fuming at myself. I'm fuming. Anyways, yeah, cool. So then that phone call, we like that day we were on a phone call, and we were just talking, and some things were said that was kind of like the pivotal. Not even things like nothing was said at this point, because this was before the birthday meetup. Like when I told you I confessed, so this was actually before. This was a week before. So I said a statement, like there was a statement that was made. This statement kind of like was a gateway into things kind of like floating around, you know. And then fast forward now, the birthday link up happens, and obviously the confession, and then like I said, that night things happen that night in terms of, you know, things happened. I'm trying to be okay, cool, whatever. Things happened that night. But nothing, please, nothing. But just, you know, cute. So, things, like I said, there was a situation that happened that I felt like I had to just let my feelings out, and yeah, cool, whatever. And then after this link up, I'm feeling like, bro, this, like, I'm loving the story, you know, like I'm loving the plot, you know, like the plot is plotting, and I'm really feeling it. So then a couple weeks after that, we were just on the phone, and then because at this point his birthday's in June, so like his birthday was coming up, and yeah, whatever. So there was, in this phone call now, he goes something along the lines of, yeah, you know, after your confession, you know, I've been thinking, da, 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 da. At this point, I'm like, I knew that, I saw it coming, I knew it was coming, but the way in which the things were brought about were like, okay, cool, now I'm, you know, feelings are also coming up from my side. So, but at this point, I'm still like, I don't actually want anything to happen, because again, I really did not want to ruin the friendship. And so that's how this whole, oh, let's just see, let's just go with the flow, you know, let's just see where things go. Nothing, you know, nothing has to change. We're just still going to be continuing with the same vibe, but now we're just both aware that like we're being open to see where this goes. Okay, cool. So that phone call happens, and then his birthday comes. I actually remember I remember like I was like, because I wanted to get him a gift. I was thinking so hard of like what to get him. I ended up getting something nice. It was actually really nice. Just anyways, cool, whatever. His birthday link up. You know, this is June. This is June. And then, yeah, you know, just having a good old time. And things are just progressing, I guess. And then at this point, though, like, we're going out with, like, you know, like spending a lot more time, like intentional time, you know. And so, yeah. Okay, cool. This is June. This is the middle of June now. And then, you know, we're just like, we were spending a lot of time together, which is understandable because at this point we're like, okay, cool, we're both being more intentional. And then obviously at this point, like, I'm over the moon. Honestly, because it's like, this is what I wanted. Like I actually wanted it because I was like, you know what, the way in which it consumed me, because I was like, I know I'm not crazy for having these feelings, and like, this for me felt like it was a long battle that I had won, because I wanted it. Like, I actually, like, I was like, yeah, as much as I didn't want to ruin the friendship, I would have kicked myself if I didn't, like, pursue it, because I genuinely, like, I like, there were a lot of feelings involved from my side, you know. So at this point I'm like, oh, win, like, nothing's changing, like, the friendship is still very much the basis of everything, and it's just everything else is just extra, you know. So at this point, it's June, end of June comes, we're seeing each other all the time, and then, yeah, we're just seeing each other all the time. Obviously, the red flags, guys, the red flags were there from the beginning. From that, like, from, like, throughout the whole friendship, there were red flags, in which he always was like, yeah, he doesn't like see himself getting into a relationship at this age, you know, he doesn't, you know, yeah, obviously I know this, hence why at this point I'm like, okay, cool, I can change that. let me volunteer, you know. I volunteer. Let me volunteer to, you know, make things change. You know what it is? In the moment, like, during it, I didn't think I was getting played. Because, hello, why would I think I'm getting played? Like, do you know who I am? And you know what it is? Actually, no, let's carry on. I'll get to that later. Yeah. Obviously, well, at the same time, like these moments, like, actually really made, like, uni for me, you know, that time of my life, like, it made it, like, and every single time I think back, I'm actually quite, like, fond of those memories, because I learned a lot about myself in that situation, and I learned how, like, I get when, like, I'm, like, vulnerable, and yeah, I just didn't know that about myself. Like, I didn't think that's how I actually was, you know. Anyways, cool, whatever. July rolls around, July is a very July is a like it's an important month. It's an important month because the events that happen in July, you know. And I remember the dates have, like I keep saying, the dates are really important, but yeah. So this event happened on the, you know what, it's fine. Those little details I'll keep to myself because yeah, okay, cool. So July was a turning point in this little escapade, I guess. And yeah, so like feelings were like solidified, like for me, I think I would say. And then after that I came home for the summer. And again, that summer my parents were in Togo. And this time they didn't have Rich, like, so Rich stayed here and I was looking after him at home. And at this point I was working in this hotel in Manchester. It's for the summer, and on my days, like, the stories from that period of time as well, I literally met the nicest co-worker I've ever had. Like, honestly, he was so nice. um we just got along so well, like, and like, you know, them unlikely work friendships that just blossom because you're just in the worst situation possible. But yeah, he's like in his 40s, and we just had like a good friendship. And guys, okay, cool. So my first day at this workplace, right? Literally my first day, and it was like a receptionist role in a hotel in Manchester. And my first day on the job, I even fought to get this job. Like I went for the interviews. I fought to get this job. Like, battles were fought because I need the money. Like, uni is so hard, and it's like if you don't like work throughout your whole time at uni, you are not going to survive because SFE does not do anything. Anyway, so this summer I was working in Manchester, whatever. I just met the nicest co-worker, and again, things were just rolling along. Like, our vibe was still vibing, and it was getting even more vibesy, even though I was home for the summer. And like, I was working to like literally make sure, like, because the place that I wanted to rent in second year was literally so, like, it was so nice, and it was a studio, but it was so spenny that I had to work my ass off. And the good thing is, when I was, yeah, so that I didn't even tell you, first on the job they tell me that like the hotel is shutting down in 2 weeks. I'm like, okay. And they're like, okay, cool, you don't have to stay, you can like take this and just not come back. But I actually need the money. And I was like, even if it's for 2 weeks, I still would want the money, and I wasn't going to be doing anything anyway. So I stuck it out, and they ended up like delaying like the demolition, like the thingy date, the end date. Like, they kept delaying it until literally all the way to the end of the summer. So I ended up working there the whole summer. And like I said, like, my friendship with it was called David. It's called David. Honestly, David made that summer for me. And when I was leaving, I was like telling him about like the struggles in Birmingham and like being a student and stuff like that. And I was like, oh my days, I really need a job, like, in Birmingham. I don't want to work at this club anymore. And then he was like, you know what, I have a friend at like this hotel in Birmingham, and I will put in a good word for you, I'll get an interview. And he got me an interview, and I ended up working at this hotel. I ended up getting the job, food and beverage assistant. Go on, guys. The stories at this place as well. This whole workplace is itself is a whole thing. Anyways, I started working at this hotel in Birmingham. Literally worked there from second year up until I left. Like, it was honestly my saving grace. Like, had I not been working there, uni would have been a lot more tough. Like, literally would have been so much more tough. Anyways, so like heading into second year, I'm like, okay, cool. Things are looking up. I got a job. I'm staying in the studio. You know, things are good. Things are good. So I work July, August, September. I'm back at uni, and it's my move. And this move, like this second year's move, was so difficult because my parents were in Togo, so I had to literally move everything via coach. I'm pretty sure it was like Megabus, and it was not fun. Like, I was moving like everything. I'm pretty sure like I did 2 trips. I came, I went. So first, like, I went to Birmingham to set up, and then I came back, got my stuff, and went again. So it was a rough move, but at this point, yeah, I'm back in Brum. I'm excited. I'm like, okay, cool. I'm excited to see where the next chapter takes us. Very excited, very excited. And I'm like, oh, cool. Starting second year. I get that we're flowing, and I get that like we're going with the flow, but I'm going to need more. Like, that's only right? That's only right. So at this point, I'm in Brum, and we're just again like picking up where we left and just kind of see where the vibe was. And I would say this, like the summer previously, obviously the one that I was in Mani for, like we got like a lot more close, and to me it was like, okay, things were said as well, so at this point I'm like, okay, cool, when I get back, like, yeah, like we're taking things more seriously with more intention. That's what I'm thinking because of what I've been told and the vibes I'm vibing with right now. Anyways, we get to me getting back to Brum, and yeah, it's like the vibe is still there. We're still meeting up a lot, and this time because like I had a studio, like, yeah. And at this point, it's like October, November. I'm thinking, okay, we're flowing, but at the same time, where nothing's really, and it's at this point, so I'm thinking, okay, cool. I'm feeling like it disconnects, I'm feeling a vibe shift. I'm like, okay, I know I'm not crazy because, yeah, And I remember, I literally remember this day like it was yesterday. It was December, and at this point I was getting fed up. I was like, why are we in December and like nothing is really moving along? And at this point, like, I'm getting like pissed off, like, honestly. And then on this particular day, like, yeah, like communications were getting low. They were getting low. And I'm noticing this, and I'm like, nah, like, don't piss me off right now. Like, don't do it. Don't do it. And on this particular day, it was a Friday. It was a Friday, and I was at the gym. nothing's happened during the day that like I was like, okay, cool, I'm done. But I'm still holding on. I'm still holding on. Anyways, this was like a late gym session, and I'm at the gym. And he calls me, and as soon as I get that call, I'm like, okay, cool. I felt like I knew what the call was gonna be about, and then at first I'm like, I don't really want to pick up, but I'm like, I'll pick up. So I let it ring, and then I go into the changing room, and then I call him back. And in school, he goes, "Oh, you know what? I've been like thinking about things, and I'm sorry if you feel like I've led you on, but like I actually don't want anything, and like I'm not ready to be in a relationship. I'm not, you know, cool." So I'm thinking, okay, I can't really like be mad too tough because like I already knew these things, and like, you know, when a man tells you he's actually not ready, like listen, and like listen to what he's saying, and just don't be silly, because if he wanted to, he would, like, and if his actions and words are not really aligning, and you yourself, you're peeping these things, you're not actually going crazy. Trust the gut and trust the instincts. Anyways, at this point, I'm at the gym. I'm like, okay. So at this, like, I literally, I'm like, okay, like, I don't know what you want to say because you've actually wasted my time, and I'm not the one that I was actually pushing for this. It was you. And for you to actually have played me is a joke. It's a joke. And again, I'm not like, I'm thinking, okay, cool, this is it for me, because before before anything started, we were both like, okay, cool, if this doesn't work out, this is it, like this is all or nothing kind of thing. Heading into this, that's kind of like how I like we both went into it, and it's like, if it doesn't work out, like we can't just go back to being friends because too much has happened, and I was like, yeah, like I don't want to be a friend if this does not work out. So yeah, so obviously this is now happening, and I'm like, okay, cool, that's it for me, because I'm not like, okay, cool, that's it for me. This was Friday. Saturday, I have work, and I'm at work. I'm actually bawling my eyes out. And the thing is, I had just gotten my lashes done, and I remember I would go in the toilet and cry, come out, and then like my supervisor, she'd be like, your eyes look really red, like, are you okay? And I'm like, oh yeah, like I'm just having like allergic reaction to like these lashes. It's not really, but no, it wasn't the lashes. I was just, yeah, I was going through the feels. Anyways, that was Saturday, and then like I'm not, like I'm taking time, and I'm feeling it, like I'm actually going through, like I'm hurt, like I'm actually hurt. And then because the way the phone call ended, I was just like, okay, cool, thanks, bye, kind of thing. So I was like, you know what, the decency, like I wish you had decency to like tell me this over like face to face, and the fact that you did it over phone call, that does not sit right with me. And so I'd like to like talk things out, you know, talk things out. this was on Saturday or Sunday. Yeah, it may have been Sunday, because the next day, on the Monday, or was it Sunday? Anyways, the days after that, like, messaged me like, yeah, I don't respect the way you did that, so if we're gonna talk, let's talk in person. And so this this link up happens now to, you know, sort things out. To me, I'm going in it like I'm walking away from this done, and this is it. We're not gonna speak. Like, I'm not doing this, you know. And so walking to this link up now, and you know, at first the vibes were a little, it was a bit frosty. It was a bit frosty, but by the end of it, we were literally just like having a kiki, just laughing, and just kind of like back to the usual vibes. And in that moment, I was just like, you know what? Yes, everything's happened, but like, I just don't think I can, like, you know, cut him off and not have him in my life, because I can see that, like, we're good even after everything's happened. Like, the friendship and vibes is still there. So this was December, and and yeah, after that link up, it was like, okay, cool, so nothing's actually changing. And so that talk that day was really weird, because it's like, okay, cool, like, I know things were said, and like, you know, words were exchanged. Nothing's changed at the same time, because the feelings are still there, and like, nothing's actually, you know, like I said, has changed. So I'm thinking, okay, cool, nothing's changed, but the change is that you actually don't want a relationship, but the feelings are still there, the attachment's still there, the vibes are still there, you know. So at this point, you know, we're just moving like the norm. But at this point, like, it's literally eating me apart, because I'm like, hold on, I'm actually getting played here, because, you know, you're having your cake and eating it too, and it's really not fair, because this is not what I want, and this is literally what you want. This is everything you wanted from the get-go. And so I'm feeling so crappy about myself, because I'm like, nah, this is not what I want. Like, I know I'm just being strung along, and in my head at this point, I'm like, if I don't like take initiative and cut this off and actually mean it, I'm just gonna get hurt even more in the future. So yeah, I ended up, like, conversations were had after that. This is now like March, April. No, this is March. No, this is April. This is April. Early April. Conversations are now being had where I'm like, okay, cool, we're like moving on, like, we're just friends, and like, that's that now, and nothing more, nothing less, you know. And we're gonna be moving in Friendship City right now, you know. And so I was like, this, I have to put my foot down, because I'm getting taken for a spin, like, absolutely. And yeah, cool. This is like this is like April, May now. No, oh my days, I remember this. Certain events happen, and then yeah, by the end of April, like just before the end of April, I decided, like, yeah, I'm deading this, like, yeah. And it was actually really hard for me to even come to that, but I was like, the only way for me to actually really move on is like cut you off. And it was such a hard decision to come to, but I was like, wait, well, I feel like this has run its course and let's stop it before like I feel like I'm just going to get hurt, you know. And so I was like, okay, cool, if I like say it and I'm met with like a pushback, I'd let it go, and like I'll dead it. Like if I'm even met with like an inch of a pushback, I'll drop it and I won't go through with it. But at the same time, I'm like, I know him, and if I say this, he's just gonna be like, okay, if that's what you want, then so be it. And I was like, I know that's what's gonna happen, and like that's what I needed to happen. But like I said, had there even been a pushback, I would have let it go. I would have let it go, and I would have been like, you know what, you care a bit, you know. But anyways, I mustered my I actually, it took a lot for me to do this. I mustered my courage and I sent the text. I'm like, yeah, listen, I feel like I can't do it anymore. Yeah, and I'm pretty sure like the response I got back was like, I remember it pissed me off because I was like, is that like it was like, I think he said like fairs or something, like literally fairs after my paragraph. And I was like, is that it? I was like, are you joking? Is that it? Like fairs? And then I'm pretty sure she was like, what do you want me to say? If you want to cut it off, then cool. I'm simply respecting your wishes and I just want what's best for you. So I was like, okay, cool. Okay, stay blessed. Literally, that's literally how it went. I was like, okay, stay blessed. If you had told me, if someone had told me genuinely that would actually be the last time like we'd ever speak, I probably wouldn't have gone through with it. I'm not gonna lie. You know, when some people like stand on business, they stand on business. And when no contact actually means no contact, it means no contact. Anyways, I remember this was literally like a week or two before my birthday, and I was like, it was my 20th birthday. I literally will never forget this birthday. It was my 20th birthday, and I was, you know, I was going through something heavy, you know. I just had to cut off like literally like my best friend, and I was like, at the same time, like my friends, I like was celebrating my birthday with my friends, and so I had to put on like a brave face. And this whole day, this is like my birthday, this whole day, I'm checking my phone. I'm like, surely a birthday message is on its way. Like I know everything went down like 2 weeks prior to this, but surely a birthday message is on its way. I'm still waiting on this birthday message. That birthday message never arrived, and like I was so hurt. Like I was devastated. I don't think it was so like the type of pain. Like not saying happy birthday. Like I understand. Like we're not talking. Like we literally just like the cut off was like it was done. But for me, the least you could do is say happy birthday, and I would just say happy birthday, and that literally opened my eyes. I was like, okay, cool. So this is no like this is it, like no contact is no contact. And then his birthday came around, and I'm not gonna lie, I was really tempted to, you know, like I wanted to have it with him. In my head I'm like, oh, but you know, I don't care about these things, you know, even though he didn't say happy birthday to me, I'm still gonna say it to him, even though I cared a lot. I cared a lot. Like, and but don't worry guys, this point I didn't fold. I'm saying this point, I didn't fold. I was like, you know what, I'm gonna start on business because it's actually, it's principle at this point, and it's like, yeah. And then a few months after that, I was like, oh my days, I'm going to delete everything. Like, I'm trying to move on. Like, I'm going through it. Like, I'm trying to move on. I'm trying to kind of like, you know, start cutting everything out for real. And then I end up like deleting all the messages. I deleted all the pictures. Like, there was a lot. There literally wasn't a lot. I just deleted the memory. Like, I tried to delete the memory, and at this time, like, I'm actually really mad at myself because why would I delete that? Like, I actually want them, you know. Anyways, I was feeling grown, and I was like, okay, cool, enough is enough, and time is ready to actually like let it go. And then I ended up deleting his number. In hindsight, I feel like I should have kept it, but the reason why I deleted it was because I was like, I can't let myself even have an opening anywhere because I'm gonna take it. And I was like, it'll make it easier for me to just delete the number. And then yeah, I deleted his number. I deleted it like permanently, so like I can't even get it back. And so I'm not gonna lie, somewhere along the line I really regretted it. And then at this point I ended up deleting my snap. That's the worst thing I actually could have done in this. I ended up deleting my snap permanently, and like, it's literally like, I won't say I have regrets in life, but doing that is a regret because I actually miss my snap, and there were just so many memories on there. I miss my snap so much. There's no day that goes by I don't think about that snap. I'm like, my memories. Anyways, I end up deleting that. I'm like, okay, cool. This is, you know, I'm really trying to move on, and at this point, it's like it's third year. So I'm like, yeah, I need to get it together. And you know what's funny? Like, we went to the same uni, and obviously before that, like, I was seeing him a lot, but as soon as everything happened, I literally I never even saw him on campus. There was this one time though where I thought I saw him, and I was like, that looks like him. Anyways, I just never saw him after that. And like I said, if you had told me that I would be getting played, like, and I would have gotten into a situation, it's just one of those things, like, you don't think that it's happening to you until it's happened to you. And like, I did not think I would get swindled, but here we are. I got swindled. But yeah, that's my little story time on my first situation, my first and I can't even say first and last, my first little heartbreak. And that, like, losing that friendship did a lot of damage to me, and the way in which, like, I held that at such a high regard literally, like, changed the way I interacted with, like, guys in a way, because I always compare the vibe, kind of, or like I used to. I don't anymore, to be fair. But at the time, I like heavily compared the vibe. It just took a long time for me to really get over that. And I'm not gonna lie, there is a part of me that like would want a conversation, you know? Because for me, I would want to catch up, just like, you know, because that was my friend, you know, like that was actually my friend, and I would want to catch up and nothing come out of it, just literally a catch up, like, how have you been? Anyways, what's the time? It's 11:05. It's 11:05. 11:05. What the flip? It's 11:05 in the morning, and I can't believe I've been yapping since 3 o'clock. I've been yapping since 3 a.m. Wow, I talk a lot. Anyways, that's just my little. That's my little situation. And it honestly, like I said, it really affected me. really affected me, and like in ways that I can't even, you know, like that experience shaped me to be the person I am today. Anyways, I'm gonna stop yapping now. It's literally 72 minutes. I've been yapping for 72 minutes. How insane. But I feel like this is a perfect way to start off Vlogmas with a little story time. Anyways, yeah, I'm going to peace out because I need to sleep, and I'm going to let myself really sleep and sleep in. Tomorrow, well, I'm really gonna let myself sleep. And today I need to clean my room because it's a flipping mess, and if I really want to do this Vlogmas thing, I need to be serious and I need to do it and do it properly, and that means staying locked in everything. And so I need to clean my room. And yeah, I'm going to live in here. I can't believe I've been having for 73 minutes. Like, what the flip? But like I said, it's a good way to start my vlogmas. And you know what? I don't even care how long these are gonna be. I just, yeah, I'm just gonna post to my house content. Anyways, you will catch me tomorrow, well today, because I will be continuing this cute little vlogmas. Like I said, I need to clean my room. So yeah, I'm gonna find my bonnet and I'm going to, yeah, I'm gonna sleep. Anyways, bye. This was fun. I need to get that off my chest. Anyways, good night or good morning. I'll be back soon.